Alright, let's get started. Hey guys, this is TheCelvestian, and I'm here to give you a quick walkthrough of the group. Let's jump right in. Starting with the description, we're going to go over uniform funding. So we click here. This is the Celvestian donations. You would read the requirements in the description where it says you need to be L2 or higher, have no builders club, and all the other ones. And by L2, it is this rank. And you would earn this rank by attending facility trainings, raids, so on, to earn Salvarium, which are points. And to move on from that, we have the information directory, which lists all of the important documents associated with the group, such as the new members guide, which is a guide for new members, and it also features information that is not listed in the main guide, which I highly recommend for experienced members especially to read over, as an incentive to open it up. This is the Twitter, my personal Twitter for the group and for development progress, as well as the pinned Discord invite, the promotion system document, which goes over how you earn points at events, what to do at those events for earning those points, and at what performance levels would be acceptable for how many points you would earn. Then you have the Universal Decree, which is the laws and rules of Celvestia. The general ones, the HR ones, department ones, all that good stuff. Very much recommend that you read it. This is the tutorial directory, which is a directory in itself that holds all the tutorials and walkthroughs that not just me, but the community has produced for everyone to look at in case they need help with something specific. The Departments of SMV document covers the tasks, procedures, and how the SNV grades work. And by SNV, I mean Sidarian and Venarian. And by Sidarian and Venarian, I mean Sidarian are H1 through H3. Venarian are HC1 to LDR. Then you have war records, self-explanatory, who we defeated, who surrendered to us, etc. You have our YouTube channel, which I upload a lot of TDW stuff, and I highly recommend you check it out because we have some pretty funny stuff up there as well. And moving on, let's go jump into games real quick. This right here is our main training center. This is our recruitment center where we feature tons of lore for you to check out for the group. This is our main sword base. It is our capital. This is the Fall of Ontario, which is a lightsaber game / base. Pretty interesting stuff. Currently work in progress. This is Club Cyteria, which is a little nightclub social hangout for people to check out and have fun at. It's like it's a social community thing. It's also currently in development. Then we have our other training facility, which is the Legacy facility. And this is where a lot of the old maps, hollows, forts are listed because it's called Legacy for a reason. It features all of the older maps, like I just said. And you'd be able to load them with just a very simple command. Load and remove. That's it. Then you have the Celvestian Universe, which is a project that's on hold. However, it is a community project where you'd have community members in the group making their own maps, planets, and such for the universe that we have created for our lore. And it would be featured here. You could go there and you could visit their planets they made. This one's it's a secret project we're working on currently. It'll be released within a few weeks. This is our gun base, currently R15. It'll also be remade in the future with a new gun system and new map. This is the original capital from late 2013 that was very popular in 2014. It is a backup sword base. This is Uada's Forest, which is a paused project as a backup sword base. It was once used a lot back then. However, we decided to bring it back because of popular demand. This is the Battlegrounds, much like what Game of Thrones does, which is 200 player server. Since I am part of the dev forums and have opted in for the beta, I can do the 200 player server size, and so massive battles can be taking place here. And then this is just a little testing thing. Alright, let's move on. Uniforms. I recommend these two right here. Custom color, custom color. Why? I'll show you why. I'm already wearing it to just give you ease of access as to what I mean. So let's go to skin tone. Currently I'm set to green. Notice the lining. Take a look. Watch this. Now I'm pink. Take a look and watch this. Now I'm reddish brown, whatever that is. Basically, this allows for a lot of expression and creativity within the group. We highly recommend you purchase that uniform specifically because not only is it the official uniform, obviously everything else is, but it is also the uniform that allows you to create your own outfit and your own style. We love this one and have kept it around for nearly 4 or 5 years now, and it's still very, very popular. And now let's discuss divisions real quick. So you would click Allies, and here it is, Branch Celvestia. You have the Swordine Corps, which is for M4 Gradastians. The Swordine Corps is not a level progression based academy, it is a course based academy. If you need help with communication, you'd be placed in the course for communication, where you'd be given tutorials, advice, mentorship, all that good stuff to help you master your flaw. And then once we determine that you're ready, you'll be placed back out of the corps, and then let me show you real quick. Whoops. Let's go over here. As an M4, where is it? There it is. You'd be waiting to be voted in to the Sidarian grade, which is H1 to H3. You'd be voted in, and if you are majority vote, you'd be become an H1. Moving on to the next one. Briefly go over these pretty quickly. You have the military police enforcing law and order in our games, as well as our role-playing ones. And in the Discord, you have our little bird meme group just that I made because I wanted to. I really like birds. Then you have the inactive division, that is the inactive division. This is the division that holds all the inactive ones and past ones that are allied to it. You have the Celvestian version of the Illuminati, but a good way. Not New World Order, it's just a group of very powerful and influential people in Celvestia. You have the elites, and the elites act as their own clan as well, with their own base and training center. You have the genre group, because we do plan on creating our own genre based around our universe, such as like Game of Thrones, Star Wars, all that fun stuff. You have the knights, which are like the royal guards. They protect events, they protect important figures, they patrol the holy places, sacred temples, etc. Then you have the donations group, and then you have the main. And then let's look at our enemies. The Retruvian Collective. So who is the Retruvian Collective? In lore, we have Celvestians and Retruvians, two major powers in the Celvestian universe, and they are currently at war over territorial disputes. And in Roblox, I have made it so we are forever at war with the Retruvian Collective, which will be another group that I will have a leader be leading it against us as a way to create a rivalry between the two factions. And it would also be incorporated into the Celestian universe genre. And now, since I've discovered that we have plenty of time left, let's go over to Discord. So if you have noticed the recent update to Roblox, you notice that the social media links are now in effect. So we have all of these associated with each game. They're all listed in each game. So we have Twitter, YouTube, and the Discord. However, accounts under the age of 13 cannot access this Discord social media link. But we have planned for that. If you go to the information directory in the description right here, there it is, Twitter pinned Discord invite at the top, just for your convenience. So if you want, we do a lot of our communication on, actually all of our communication on Discord, especially during trainings, raids, invasions. So we highly, highly recommend you join it, especially if you want to advance further into the group, especially if you want to become an HR, then you have to get Discord. You do not need to install it, however. You can use, because Discord also has a browser. It has a browser. So basically you can just open up a Chrome tab for Discord, and there you go, you got access to the channels. And if you don't know what I mean, I'll create a tutorial for that in very soon to show you how you can set up a basic account to access either browser or install Discord. So once you do that, click here. You'll be given an accept invite, and then it'll take you here. So you have the welcome channels. This welcome channel will introduce you to the Discord server, what it's about, some basic information, especially ones that haven't already been discussed. Then it'll also feature what channels do what, and the spreadsheet, the event spreadsheet, which is very important to make sure that you know when events are being hosted at what time, and to a certain degrees what hosts will be hosting those events. Then you have the rules channel, self-explanatory. Please read these because we enforce them very strictly and we want it to be a safe community environment for everybody. Then you have the roles category. You have role requests for new members joining the Discord. You'd request your roles here. For already joined members who need to update the roles, they'd request them here. For people who have trouble accessing any of their roles, they'd come here. And for roles that are that you would need to access specifically through self-assignable, it would be all listed here. So let's say you want a time role, you would react. So let's say I want UTC plus 14. I'd react with the why though reaction right here. And if I don't want it, I'd unreact. Then you have the core category. So announcements, all the major updates and announcements that are being made to the group that are associated with the community in general. It doesn't have to be group as well. It could be just in general life stuff as well. This is a temporary channel for training reforms. It'll be either replaced or taken down eventually. This is the events channel where we post all of our events that are being hosted actively, and we would also update it as to if they're canceled, moved somewhere else, etc. Like this, they'd host, they'd cancel, as an example. Event requests. This is where you would request events to be hosted, following these instructions. Activity goals is for goals that we have met to reach at in terms of activity. It is a temporary channel. Group logging, this is where we keep track of all of the major updates made to the group in terms of structure and infrastructure, internal affairs, external affairs, all that good stuff. Dev talk, this is where all the development talk about the group happens. The maps, the hollows, all the new stuff that we're working on, it will be mentioned here. S&V feedback, this is where you can give feedback to H1 to H3 and HC1 to leader. You can give feedback to all those ranks. Ain't that fun? As long as you follow the format. Recruitment checking, this is where you post people that you've recruited at what times. This is a temporary channel right here. General, this is where you come to talk about and pretty much everything. It's mostly off topic. It's just you come, be respectful, and just talk about anything you want whenever you want. Debates. This is where you come to debate with people about certain things that need to be dealt with in this channel because it's too taxing in the general chat. So it would come here, and we would monitor it very heavily. Then you have the mature channel, obviously for a little bit older members. However, it is not NSFW, so do not get that confused with that. You have roleplay channel, the quote of the day, special memories, and special memories is for members sharing their memories from the group with everyone else and what they found most enjoyable for them. You have question of the day, spam haven, suggestions where you leave suggestions for the group itself, personal talks and issues, which is where you would come to open up about your personal problems, your life issues, and we'd have counselors who would be willing to help you with what you need because we're here for you as a family. We have approved Discord servers, which are servers that we think would be interesting for you to join if you're considering looking into community-based ones. You have game night links that the community is sharing to everyone else for them to host game nights. You have the arts channels, the media channels such as movie spoilers, anime central, pets. Then you have the bot commands channels. You have the phone room. You can talk to other servers using this channel. You can use the bot commands to do all of the commands you want using the bots that are provided in our server. And you have the clan labs commands. Clan labs commands are the commands associated with the promotion system. So if I want to, let's say you want to check your current XP, you would do this, XP TheCelvestian. And instead of TheCelvestian, you put your name. It would show your XP. And if you don't know the commands, type in C, help, and you could walk through everything else. As long as you do C, exclamation mark, and then whatever else it asks you to do, it'll say right here. So if you want to access group commands, you react to this. So watch this. There you go. So if I want to do promote, I would do C, promote, name, etc. I will also have a tutorial for that uploaded very soon for in general usage. We already have a walkthrough uploaded for HR usage. You can check that one out as well if you wish to. We have the voice channels for general stuff like rating, training, defenses, and general. And this is the text for voice, which is if you can't voice call, that's perfectly fine. Just come here, type what you need to type. You have the HR channels, the division channels, which are currently ineffective at the moment. You have the music channels, which is you request music here, then you join one of the channels associated with that bot, and then you have the bot logs. And yeah, that is about it for the Discord. Any other further questions can be associated to the Sidarian and Venerian grade. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this walkthrough, and I very much hope you have a blessed day. Stay true to your heart of gold, Celvestia, and thank you for watching.